You're watching Iowa Live. Everything local, entertaining, and meaningful in Central Iowa is right here on Iowa Live.
From the Carl Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines, welcome to a very special edition of Iowa Live. I am Lou, standing alongside the CEO of Fairway Meat and Grocery, Reynolds Kramer. Great to see you, sir.
Always good to see you, Lou. I love Thanksgiving time with you doing this.
This is a tradition that is running 36 years strong right now. This is the creation of my mom's famous stuffing recipe that we first presented after she passed back in 1989, and has become a tradition in families all over the state of Iowa and all over the country ever since. And we love the fact that Fairway Meat and Grocery really is a family organization, and this really has the taste of family.
Well, for sure. Family, that's what Fairway is all about. And you can go to Fairway, you can get all this stuff to make this unbelievable recipe.
And it's going to be really simple. Now, I just want to show you a picture of my mom. Her name was Sandy, Sandy Seipolt. This is the fall before she passed, which was cool. On a cruise we went with my mom and dad, which was very, very special. But she shared with me the recipe that we loved during Thanksgiving growing up, a handwritten recipe, Reynolds, and we have a copy of that too. We could show you that. This is what it looked like, and that we went off of for many, many years. Then we took it, and when we decided to offer it up to everybody, we had to fax out copies of this. You can imagine how long that took back in, 89?
Right.
Or 90.
But it is special to have the handwritten. I have one of those for my mother also that passed away, and it's just special to have that.
Oh, it is. It really makes all the difference in the world. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to let you know what the ingredients are for this very special recipe. Now, what you are going to need to do is get yourself a couple of herb-seasoned stuffing cubes. Fairway has brown berry, and you also have Pepperidge Farms, and that's listed on that handwritten note by brand name there. So you have those. You also need a box of long grain and wild rice. You have Ben's Original over at Fairway. We had that one. Sage flavored pork sausage. That is very, very special. And you have the Jimmy Dean brand is the one that Mom used all the time. But you have the Fairway. Your breakfast sausage is a sage sausage, right?
Right, and it's delicious.
Yes, it is. So you can use that if you'd like as well. A couple of cans of chicken broth, or you want to get a box of chicken broth, you can do that too. A can of sliced water chestnuts, couple of eggs, okay? So you have a couple of eggs, a large onion, clove of garlic, a bunch of celery, a whole bunch of celery, a stick of butter, and some pepper, about a half to a teaspoon of pepper. So those are your...
It's really kind of an easy recipe, but I think it's all about putting it together with love is what's important.
I think that's it. So you start chopping away here first. And what we're going to do is we're going to hand you the butter. We have the pan is already going. Okay. And we're going to melt the butter here. It's a little warm, so we'll put the butter in here. I'm going to unwrap that. You can start chopping the celery up.
And we're all about food safety, obviously.
Yeah.
But today, since you and I are the only ones going to be taste testing this, I'm not going to have gloves on. So.
Okay. So you get rid of the bottom part of it there, so you can do that. Now we're going to throw this. While you do that, I'm going to walk behind you. You keep chopping. I'm going to walk behind you. I'm going to turn the flame down here a little bit, and we have the hot pan over here. Get a gigantic pan. So we're going to put the butter in the pan. You can hear it sizzle. And we'll keep an eye on that. Now, what's going to happen is when Reynolds gets done chopping everything, we're going to make it really like bite-sized pieces in there, and it's all going to go in this butter. This is real butter that we're using in here. Going to let this melt away. There you go. So chop that up. There you go. There you can see the butter melting in here. Turn the flame down a little more. There we go. I turned it the wrong way. So while he's chopping that up, everything's going to end up going in to the pan. So that is the key here. So throw that in there. That'll cool things down there a little bit. So as he's doing that, now you also want to make sure you start your long grain and wild rice. That'll take about a half an hour. So we have that already prepared. We did that last night. So that is here in the pan here. We'll show you that. So there is that. Well, he continues to cut and put them in there.
I love being your sous chef.
You do a good job, though. How special is Thanksgiving for your family?
Well, it's great because, it's an opportunity to kind of relax a little bit. And at the same time, Every year's a little different with who's coming, where we going, all that stuff.
Okay, so you're gonna finish cutting that up real quick, and then we're gonna, that should be good.
All right.
So we'll throw that in there. That will go in. We'll slide the onion over here. And while you slice the onion up, we're gonna bring the water chestnuts over, because you were gonna slice the water chestnuts at the same time. And while Reynolds is doing that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna unbag the stuffing cubes, and we're gonna put the stuffing cubes in a big bowl, okay? So these are gonna go into a gigantic bowl, and we mentioned a couple of cans of the chicken broth. While he's chopping there, we're gonna take the chicken broth and just pour it over the cubes, okay? And we're gonna continue on doing all this. This is going to soak up the chicken broth in the cubes. And when we come back, we're going to start combining everything. We're going to cook through the commercials. And when we come back, we're going to put everything together and show you how you can get everything with the push of one button. Coming up next on Iowa Live.
Live from the Carl Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines, this is Iowa Live.
Welcome back to Iowa Live, everybody. We're in the middle of creating my mom's famous stuffing recipe along with the CEO of Fairway Meat and Grocery, Reynolds Kramer. So Reynolds, what do you have in your pan right now? So what are you sauteing?
Yeah, we've had some celery, onions, garlic, a little bit of we got the water chestnuts that we got at Fairway right here. So it's all going. It's getting warm. It's looking good. Now it's time to start adding stuff.
Adding some more stuff. So we have the cooked long grain and wild rice. So that goes into that pan that has all that stuff sauteing. So toss that in there. Then we have the 1 pound of sage pork sausage. That goes in the pan. So just dump all that in there. And then how about a little pepper? You need a little pepper in there, don't you? Okay, so we'll pepper it up as you would like. And then we also need a binder, and that's what a couple of eggs are going to do. So Reynolds is adding the binder to this. Now, I want you to stir that up big time.
All right.
So stir that up thoroughly, because you have another big task afterwards. So you have all the sauteed items in there. Now, one thing you're going to realize, a lot of these things are already cooked. Like the rice is cooked, the pork is cooked, everything is cooked. The eggs, they don't take long to cook, so you have all that. That looks really good. I'll tip the camera up so they can see what that looks like. Now, that looks awesome. Now, you saw us earlier. We took the chicken broth and put it on those stuffing cubes, which is right over here. You want to stir this a little bit, fold this over just a little bit. Now here is the magic. Take all this, Reynolds, and put it right in the big old bowl. Now, if you have a salad bowl, this works great.
Yeah, you got to have a big bowl, because otherwise you get a little messy. We don't want to have messy.
No. Okay, so you have it here. Now, here is the key. I'm going to let you do this, because this is also, you talked about cooking with love, which is what you do. He's a heck of a cook, by the way. So when a grocery store has a heck of a cook is in charge, you know that is awesome. And you want to fold this, just like Reynolds is doing here. You're folding it from the bottom and fold it around.
The idea is get everything touched with love in here, so that when you bake this is going to be just delicious, right?
And all you're doing is heating it. That's the whole idea. So you have that all mixed up. Now we're going to have a big old pan here. Use a disposable one. That makes it really easy in case you want to do this ahead of time. So you have all this. So Reynolds, you can just take it and dump it all in here. But we're going to show you something else you can do. Now everything that we got for this recipe was purchased at Fairway Meat and Grocery, but not just purchased at Fairway Meat and Grocery. I told you when you got in here, I tried something for the first time.
Online.
I went online and picked everything, and they had it ready before you know it. Before I even got to the store, it was ready to go.
It's so simple. You just pull up, we bring it right out to your car.
Okay.
That same service you get if you're in the store, right?
Yep. So this is what it looks like. You stick it in the oven, 325, 350 for 45 minutes. So you just want to heat everything up, and you'll be awesome. And so we're going to move this back here.
This is the fun part. This is where you already did this earlier, right? We put this together earlier. Now it's coming out of the warm oven. It's going to be delicious.
So here is what, look at it. It's even a little golden browned on top. Look at this here. This is the stuffing, what it looks like. You have a little bit of a crust on top. It is awesome. But Whitney at Fairway did something really cool. And we tried this last night. How about doing this? Get the stuffing,
Little muffin tin.
put them in muffin tins. You have individual portions here. Now, there's something the Fairway is doing that is very special on the Fairway website.
Right. Well, right now, not only can you go into our stores and donate to local food pantries and help out people in need, but you can get a free turkey. All you got to do is come in and buy $75 worth of groceries. We'll give you a free turkey.
Yeah, it's a win-win for, and that goes up until the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Well, it does, but I tell you what, you don't want to wait till Wednesday because you'll never get that thing thawed out.
But you can also go to the Fairway website and you can get the recipe for my mom's stuffing. And if you go to the Fairway shop tab, you can click one button and get all the ingredients.
It's
It'll
easy.
load your cart for you.
It's
And then
easy.
just stop by and pick it up. Reynolds Kramer, honor to share the recipe with you, man.
Lou, always an honor to be here with you.
Thank you so very much. Now we want everybody to enjoy yourself this holiday season. Enjoy the food, and want to thank Fairway for everything they do to help food insecurity, especially.
Where's a spoon? I gotta try this.
Okay, right behind you, right over there. Right there's a big
we
old
go.
spoon.
Let's
There you go. So
Get
you
a little bite here.
try it and see if it's adequate.
Mom would be proud.
There you go. Make your own mom proud as well.